Okay, hello, 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 hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? One, two, three, four, five. Can you see me? One, two, three, four, five. Can you see me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Hold on one second. Hold on. Don't move. Don't move. Don't move. Don't move. Don't move. Don't move. Maybe it's not working. Okay. Hello. 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 Hello, Ruben. Hello, Lorna is here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Lorna. Welcome to the Lewis Schaffer live stream show. I am in an okay mood. I've been worse, but I went to the comedian's Christmas party. Thank you for coming into the show, into the stream, into the stream. Thank you for coming into the stream. And thank you for being here. MC Scott, thank you, Claire. Thank you, Claire. Thank you, Claire. Thank you, Alan Williams. Thank you, Joe Warrior Princess 37. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Joe. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Claire. Thank you. The ladies come early and the guys come late. Actually, that's not true. The lady, you stay forever. Thank you. Maltese Phil is calling. Last night I saw my beautiful, beautiful friend Janice Connolly, Mrs. Barbara Nice. Have you seen her? Lewis Schaffer's an international celebrity, a comedian. Well, I wasn't. I'm sort of a comedian. I'm sort of a comedian. Am I a comedian? I can't tell if I'm a comedian. Can you hear me? Does it sound clear? Does it sound clear? Can you hear me? I went to the, thank you, Claire, you can hear me. I went to the comedian's comedy party last night, and it was, people were not generally, nobody came up to, only one person came up to me and said, I listened to 5 of your shows, Lewis. You advocating killing leftists or killing people on the left. And I don't think I've advocated that. Have I advocated that? Have I said that? Have I given that impression? I'm just saying there's kind of a war situation. Are you going off, my friend? He's going. He goes, a lovely boy. He's having a bad day today, but he's a lovely boy. And I ask him for help, and sometimes he'll like be totally disgusted at my asking him for help, and other times he'll say, "Oh, let me look at this," like immediately. Like I asked him about China. I said, "What's going on in China? Are they crumbling?" And he accuses me of watching horrible, one-sided, immature. He used another word to describe it. And then I said, "Would you come and take my photograph? Because I'm feeling incredibly thin today, beautifully, beautifully thin today. Not that much thinner. Actually, the same weight as yesterday." But that's what's amazing. For 4 or 5 days, I've been 76 in the 76 kilograms. So Mr. Cuff is here. Hello, Mr. Cuff. No, there's nothing wrong. So he took my picture like nothing. I mean, this is very, very. How would you describe that, producer? 1 minute he's bipolar. Is that what you're feeling? It doesn't seem like you're that, but it does. You want to close the door when you leave would be all right. Okay. So that's my son. But I mean, it was nice. It was nice to go to the comedian's party. So one of my friends called me saying that he couldn't listen to my show because I was advocating the killing of leftists, which I don't. But I was thinking, why does he think that have I said the kill him? Like we should kill. Have I said that? The producer says I have said it. Okay. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying they want us dead.
Like they should die.
They should die. No, I never said that. I never said we should hunt them down. I've never said.
Yes, you do.
Maybe he says I've said them. Okay, maybe I have. I apologize if I said that, but I think because I'm feeling a lot of. I mean, a lot of anti. I mean, what are we? I guess we're right wing. He felt that you people were basically that I was sucking up to you people. That I don't believe this stuff, but I'm sucking up to you people. That's what he felt I was doing. Do I suck up to them, producer? To the audience here. Do you think
suck up to them?
Do I say things just because this is what they want to hear? He's saying
No, you're not sucking up to anyone. You know?
I'm not. He says my yeah.
You're the center of attention.
I'm the center of attention. I enjoy it. Okay, John Miller is here. No, I'm okay. I mean, yeah. So this is what he. But you have to remember. I mean, without me criticizing him or people on the left, but they've been very hostile to us. Very, very hostile to us. They call anybody who believes what we believe racists or not anti-Semites, racist, genociders, misogynists. They call us Hitlerian or fascists. We get called that a lot, which is basically saying, because I remember when I was growing up, and we were very anti-fascist. We were Jews. We were against the NAZ, whatever it is, those people, and so we thought if someone was like a mustache man painter from Austria, that he should be. This is what we used to think. We think if you just killed him, that was our fantasy. Our fantasy is like stumbling across the mustache man. Right? And we would kill him. And we would have to kill him because if we killed him, there would be no World War II. There'd be no anti-Semitism. This is what people around the world believe, which is completely fictitious. Lewis, do you ask people what they think of your audience here? If you're so bad, what do they think of us? They don't. Well, at one point, my audience was everybody. I especially had a very young audience in the 2000s because I used to do these shows for free. So a lot of young people used to come, and I don't, some of them actually found me very attractive, but some of them they felt that I was current. And now I think the young people, a lot of the people who are, I don't know what they think about you. They don't like you. They do not like you. The left does not like you. The left does not like you. And I was talking to my friend, but I'm not going to say who it was. Maybe I shouldn't name anybody, but and she thinks that everybody's like I'm saying I'm a Jew and I'm afraid to be a Jew. Not afraid to be a Jew. I'm afraid that they're going to come after me because I'm a Jew. And she says, well, everybody's afraid. Everybody is afraid. And that's like Inglourious Basterds. Was that the movie where they killed the mustache man? Or a movie similar to that? I haven't seen that movie because I don't believe it's too late. World War II is too late to go back, and do that. Like I didn't see Schindler's List, the idea that there's one good guy saving thousands of people. F you. I like what's his name? Steven Spielberg. He's a very good filmmaker. But, Gnome Hunter is back. It's not unfortunately. It's good for us. It's good for us. Anyway, so I said, that's what she said. She said that everybody's all alike. I don't know how I forgot what point I was in. What point I was in. Okay? What I'm saying is that no, I don't think that they don't like you. Whoever you are, they don't like you. They think you're that I am saying what I'm saying to make you happy. And if you've listened to this show, this is our 205th day about 265 shows, and this is the 7th of January, is that I make people angry. And then another group of people, I'm not going to mention who, did they have a comedian on the comedians party, Lewis? It's a tough gig that. Well, they had one guy who presented the awards. It's not all comedians, but it's not all comedians, but it is the friends of one comedian. And it's the friend of one comedian. So they're all older comedians. It's not like there are no young comedians. They're older comedians. And they had one guy give the awards out, and that guy was Tim Vine. Do you know who Tim Vine is? Cellaire. Do you know who he is? Bertha Bracey saved as many as Shint. Who is Bertha Bracey? I don't know who that is. Nicholas Winton. Who is Nick Winton? How on earth did you get an invite to it? Well, I used to get a lot of invites, and then I had sex with an underage, not an underage girl, underage for me. It wasn't underage. It was quite legal. But there was a bit of unhappiness, so I didn't get invited. Tim Vine, yes, Tim Vine. Carrie B says, yeah, you know Tim Vine. All stand-up comedians are the center of attention. Yeah, but what do you do if you're at a Christmas party? No one was at the center of attention. They had karaoke, but no one was watching, and I didn't sign up for the karaoke because, I mean, that there's truth to that, Alan Williams, but not true. It's not about stand-up comedians are not like actors. There's a difference between stand-up comedians and actors. Jeremy Vine's brother, yes. And he's great. He's actually so funny. He was like really, really funny. And you could tell it was like just, it's just funny. It was funny. He told a joke and he said, that's joke number one. Okay, that didn't go over well. And he is such a great guy, Tim Vine. Okay. Was Steve Bowditch there? No, he was not there. He wasn't there. I haven't seen Steve in a really long time. I used to work with him all the time, Steve Bowditch, out in your area over there. He had a club over there. Do you know him? Yeah, over on in Greenwich, on the street that leads out, not even out of Greenwich, it bypasses Greenwich, at the pub there. And Claire loves karaoke. There was karaoke. Vine won Best Joke at EF, Edinburgh Festival, numerous times. Yeah, because they're brilliant. He's brilliant, and he's so nice. And he's so nice. And that's the thing that I learned. And at this thing, an old friend of mine came up to me, and he said, Lewis, you've changed. You wouldn't be the kind of person you are. That you're being on your stream. You're not that way. Why are you being horrible? But, the problem with me is I see you people as an audience, let's say. And because I know you now, it's like I'm looking at you in the eye. Yes, Lewis, no Steve Bowditch for over 50 years, my brother's friend. Yeah, we're old. Well, there you go. Well, you could talk about Lewis Schaffer. Was Josh Howie there? You pair have some catching up to do, lad. Yes, he was there. He was there. His brother, though, is a complete prat. Yeah, Jeremy Vine. I don't know. You don't know. You don't know. He's a great actor, Tim Vine, and he's a great comedian. But so he's thinking that I'm being a twat. That I've changed. And my girlfriend Rose thought that I had changed. It's just the last couple of years, I've been overwhelmed with the lies and the bullshit and the anti-Semitism and the anti-white people and the anti-English people and everything that's happened here. And whereas normally I wouldn't, it's comedy. There's always comedy. When I'm facing people, people didn't know what I actually believe. They thought it was all a joke. And people even here think that I'm like baiting people. Judel said yesterday that I was baiting, that I was saying what I was saying just to get people angry. And that's not true. Hold on a second. Can you hear it? Oh, okay, my microphone. Oh, here we go. Can you hear this? Here we go. That's what that sound was. I had a little extra sound, you know? Can anyone hear a snoring frog in the background, says Ruben. I hope not. I hope not. Anyway, why is everyone annoyed with you? You can be silly at times, and for the most part, you make more sense than the tankies. Who are the tankies? Who are the tankies? I know why they're upset with me. They're upset with me for 3 or 4 or 5 reasons. I mean, there's lots of reasons why you would be upset with me. One is I was nasty to the mother of my children. I was like really angry. I was against. I blamed the parents in the disappearance of that child. I can't even mention the name of that child in that small country on the coast of the Atlantic Ocean, which everyone thinks is Mediterranean. If you know who I'm talking about, please don't write down the person's name. Okay? I always thought and said I was the center left, but the last 10 years have changed me. I know for a fact I'm not alone in that. Well, same thing with me. I was ultra left back in the day, but I'm where I am now. I mean, do I like you people? Of course I don't. But do I feel for you? It's like who's fighting for you guys? And so I think maybe I should fight for you guys. But I have to remember that I want people to like me and to laugh at me. And that's what going to the Christmas party reminded me. I'm a comedian, or I could have been a comedian, or I possibly am a comedian. I'm not one of the funniest comedians. There's something a bit weird. Yes, you're thinking of the Star and Garter pub that Steve had a comedy night called We Should Get a Boat. Okay, I don't remember what the name of it was, but it could be that. Yeah, I went there all the time. Okay. I'm a real person. Do you think I'm a real person, Carrie B? I'm a real person. This is not like Lewis Schaffer, for television purposes. Everybody make sure we go on Twitter. Can you see Twitter there? Can you see how thin I am? 76.9 kilograms. Next, we find out that he had a carb addiction. About me, yes. Well, I'm honest about that, too. I'm trying to be as honest. Why do people hate me? That's what I'm thinking. And I'm beginning to realize that they have a lot of hostile feelings for me. But it also makes possibly for good comedy, or it could possibly make for an interesting person. Who knows? Being honest, why did you and Rose break up? We broke up because she went through my mobile phone and she found stuff on the mobile phone that she was not happy with. And that was that she found my birth certificate and she found out that I was 68 years old. That I was old. No, that's a joke. I'm making a joke. I don't know. I can't speak for Rose. I'm not going to speak for Rose. But it's really sad. I mean, I hope, I don't know if we're going to be friends forever. I hope we're going to be friends forever. Over time, you can forget. It's like the guy who came up to me and said, Lewis, you've changed. Okay. Lewis stole her jacket and sold it on Vinted. No, but that's not something that I wouldn't do. Or maybe I would do it. Maybe I wouldn't do it. No, I would do it. I don't know if I would steal her jacket. She's, I asked her, I said, do you want anything here? Come and take whatever you want. Whatever's here, take. She doesn't have a big place, so she can't take everything, and she doesn't want it. I don't think my views have changed much, says Mr. Steve Cuff. I think that the left and right pendulum has moved. Yeah, but you know what? Who cares? Who cares if we change? I mean, what do we have to say? Oh, I've always been left. I've always been right. The truth is that labor does not care about the working man. And if labor doesn't care about the working man, how can you support the Labor Party? Kelvin Van Beanie, I don't know. I don't know your brother. It doesn't sound familiar, but maybe I have met him. A lot of people remember me because when I came to this country, remember, I was an American. It's like I'm the American guy or an American guy, you know, and now people don't care that much. But that was a big thing, and I was quite stunning. I look like a real comedian. So I don't know him, Carrie B. I admire your optimizing. Friends forever is perhaps the biggest lie people tell one another. That's also true, Noam. That's also true. People, you know, it's like everyone in this, it's like the greatest, it's like they always talk about that he kept his old friends. He kept his old friends. What if your old friends are a bunch of losers and you would have winners? Like David Beckham. David Beckham's drinking with his old friends. But, what if you want to hang out with super successful people? People are jealous of your comedy, Claire. Your good looks, Lewis. That's why they hate at you. They throw hate at you. I don't think that that's perhaps the reason. The reason is people want to think, oh, he's on my side. He they want to think, oh, I know Lewis Schaffer. He agrees with me. Don't you all have friends like that? They think, oh, what we believe. And then you find out, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I believe something different. And this is the thing. And there are some people who go, I still like you. I still like you. Like me and my girlfriend Janice. She goes, because she wants to like people. She wants to like people. But nowadays, when we're like in a war situation, people have to be afraid of that, I guess. Both right and left, says Gnome Hunter. Daz, hello, Daz. Daz is here. Welcome back, Daz. I think we've been moving left for at least 30 years. At least 30 years. We've been moving left for 150 years, since Karl Marx came, since the beginning of the Liberal Party, since the beginning of the Labor Party. It's been way over 100 years. It's so entrenched. The BBC is so left, people think that it's neutral. Both right and left, Mr. Cuff. This is Gnome Hunter is talking to Steve. Both right and left, not always their extremities, worry about the same things. What changes is how they want to solve those issues. Some of them don't want to solve the issues. They don't want to make home for everybody. Some people don't want to make a home for everybody in the world in our home. I mean, we can't do that, but some people do. So it's not different things. All I know is this, that the left will bring bankruptcy to this country, like they have done to Caracas, Venezuela, not Caracas, that's the capital, to Venezuela. That's not really what I was going for, Lewis, but speak for yourself. Well, say it again. Say it again. Carrie B says, Lewis, I don't speak to my siblings, so I can't ask him. Well, let's speak to our siblings. I don't speak to my sister, really. And I should, but I don't. Not sure you look like a comedian. You do look funny, though. Thank you. But I did. I was wearing a blue blazer and a white shirt. Like at the picture. If you go to Twitter, you'll see a picture of me. I look like a somebody. Lorna. Oh my God, I'm so happy to see you, Lorna. Welcome. I mean, not welcome back. You're here all the time, but thanks for coming back today. Don't take any notice of the people that don't like you. Us with good taste love you. Thank you, Lorna. And I love you. But I think you should. If people don't like you, you should know why they don't like you. I know why people don't like me. They don't like me because I was mean to my wife, because I wasn't that funny, because I was too funny sometimes, because I had a thing with a younger woman, which made it seem like I was like some kind of predator or something in their eyes, which is ridiculous. Okay. So they extrapolate. I made girls cry because I don't, and that was a mistake, really. I became a carnivore. That's a reason why people hate me, believe it or not. You're killing animals. You're going against medical science because I thought I think the COVID thing is a lie, and I think the climate change thing is an absolute lie. That people start hate you, Lewis. Would you go on celebrity dinner date? Get C1 to do it. Who? Of course I would. Of course I would. No, I wouldn't. I would. I would. I would. Girl from Mars is here. Girl from Mars is here. What did you say? What did you say? You're my good friend, says Daz, but you need to be deported, quote unquote. Perhaps we could be pen pals. That's funny. Maybe that's what they're thinking, kind of. Girl from Mars was really upset. What were you really upset about? Vatanai is here. Good to see you. Nice. Welcome, Vatanai. I have never called anyone a best friend. If you call one person a best friend, what do you call your other friends, I think? I call them best friends. I call them my best friends. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Celaire says, Lewis, would you go? Yes, I would, Celaire. I would. If they ask me, I'm just honored to get called. What did the girl from Mars, what did she say? What did she say? Everybody's writing something. It's so fantastic. I don't know what you said. Okay, let's get back on track. What were you upset about, girl from Mars? I can't speak to my siblings because they are all Hovis. What does Hovis mean? White bread? White bread? Is that what it means? Well, I try to be white bread, but I think the more I know myself, the more I realize there's something, I'm not quite right bread. I'm not as clean as I used to be. I'm picking up rubbish in the street. I don't use soap. I mean, I'm a mess. Girl from Mars says, hi, chat. Everybody welcome Girl from Mars. Certainly yes, but they do try to solve the same issues. The right wants us. The right wants to. But they always do it the wrong way. Same issues, the left. Yeah, because people are people. They're good. They don't want to hurt anybody. They don't want to hurt anybody. And the right hurts people too. But the fastest way to make a country bankrupt is communism. I hate to say it. It sounds like I'm like an anti-communist. I'm an anti-communist now. My best friend slept with my son twice. That's a bit interesting. That's interesting. That's a bit interesting. Was it a woman who slept with your son? Let's just make sure could be a man, and that would make it, I don't know, make it worse or better or something like that. What is the age difference? Girl from Mars. How old is your son? Hovis, brown bread. Oh, dead. Oh, I see. I see. Thank you, John Miller. Am I supposed to know everything? Am I supposed to know all those things about Hovis? Which is like a bread. I don't know if people still eat Hovis, but it's a bread from the 1980s, 70s, 60s, 50s, even. I don't know. Hovis means brown bread, means dead. So what you're saying is, Lud can't speak Lud because they're all Hovis. They're all dead. That's sad, really. You gotta love. My sister is still alive. My sister is still alive. Yes, a woman. He was 18. She was 40. Well, that's one of the rules. One of the rules of friendship is you can't sleep with your friend's kids. Girl from Mars. How do you feel about it? How do you all feel about it? That if you're a woman, your 18-year-old woman friend is sleeping with your 40-year-old woman friend was sleeping with your 18-year-old son. How do you feel about that? Okay, in Operation Gladio, which I have not seen completely, but it's all about like a globalist NATO-ish thing. 18 is quite young for that business, but it doesn't surprise me. Yeah, it doesn't. You want your boy kids to have sex. Maybe that's sexist of me. Is that sexist? That's every young man's dream. Yeah, it says no. You want your kid to get girls, But I would be upset with both of them, Claire says. Yeah. 18, Daz says 18 is quite young. Yeah, 18 is young. I mean, when I was 18, it didn't seem young, but it seems young now. It seems young now. It didn't seem young 10 years ago, but it seems young now that I'm 68. That is so hard to deal with, it says Joe Warrior. Says Joe, yeah. Claire says you'd be upset with both of them. Are you going to lose a friend because of this? Remember, she's 18. She's 40, sorry. Your friend is 40. And girls got to have fun, right? And I guess, I don't know, almost slid off the road today. Ron Smith, welcome to the thing. It's not right, says Mr. Cuff says to Girl from Mars. It's not right for an 18-year-old to sleep with a 40-year-old or a 40-year-old to sleep with an 18-year-old. I would blame your son for any of it, though. Not a lad at that age. You wouldn't blame your son, Mr. Cuff, or would blame your son. You said you would blame your son, but you can't blame your son, or can you? I lost her as a friend, her excuse. It was always going to happen. She's known him since he was 7. He had plenty of girls. He was a pro drifter. What is a drifter? So you're saying she's like a pedo. Is that what you're saying, Girl from Mars? Because the truth is, if you go back in time, if I am with a girl who's, I don't know, 7 years, Daz says, no, 7 years old, gross. But the kid isn't 17, he's 18 years old now. He's like an adult. We have people in Parliament who are 18 years old. That horrible woman, whatever she was. Yes, people still eat Hovis. Okay. I would not recommend eating any bread at all. And I'm not going to have any bread today. I had bread yesterday. I'm going to try not to. A cherry popper. Is that the phrase that's used? I know, I see Hovis, I guess, is still around. I don't ever go by that kind of bread. Even though it still tastes delicious, it's not healthy. It is healthy. It's better than starving. Lorna told the truth bomb. What is the truth bomb? Yes, people still eat Hovis. Well, I mean, if you're going to eat bread, I mean, the problem with Hovis is it probably has soybean oil in it, or whatever kind of oil it has, rapeseed, and it's a betrayal, but nobody got killed. And he did go back for seconds, so hey ho, which is polite, but then again, the thing about women is, normally, I know how dangerous women can be. Can I just say this? Women can be quite dangerous. Mr. Cuff, do you think, did you answer the blame? Blame. You said should not be blamed. You wouldn't blame the son, Mr. Cuff. Did you answer the question properly? It's a betrayal, but nobody got killed. And he did go back for seconds, so hey ho. Okay, it's John Miller says that. I think you're right. Okay. Hovis ain't a good, we're talking got two conversations going. Ain't a good bread, to be honest. Too many additives, yeah. I know you're saying that. I'm speaking to Steve here. I meant Lorna's comment before the Hovis thing. Okay, well, I'm a bit confused. Effing 50 seems young to me now. It does seem young. It does seem numb. But let's say I'm doing a 70-year-old. right? I'm doing not a 70-year-old. I'm doing a 52-year-old. Let's say I'm doing a 52-year-old right now. Okay. That's 16 years younger than me. Younger than me. So when she was 7, right? When she was 7, I was 23. But when she was 18, I was 35. So you could say, oh my God, she's known him since he was 7. It's an interesting point. Les says, maybe she went back for seconds. He might not have been that interested, but got roped in. That could happen too. And you got to be careful with women, because women, they fall in love. You stick you got to be careful with women. And that's what happened to me. That's when I was Me Too'd. You know what I mean? If you have sex with a woman, a couple of times you have sex with them and they get really, really upset because you don't want to go back, or you don't want to go back enough, whatever it is. She had a partner and kids. Okay, so what's happening to the kids? You don't lose your kids in this country, but she could lose her partner. And then with the partner goes, I can't go out with you. And next thing you know, the kids don't have a father, right? The kids don't have a father, so that's tragic. Lewis, don't read Lorna's comment. You'll lose more posh friends. Okay, first of all, I have to set it on the line. What did she say? What did Lorna say? Did I miss Lorna's comment? I find it repulsive that your friend slept with your son. It's the friend thing. Yes, I agree with that. You can't sleep with your friend's kids. I mean, but you can't do that. Otherwise, it's like Woody Allen. That's what Rose explained to me. I didn't feel what Woody did was that bad, but it was bad because it's like with my friends. I had I know you think I'm a misogynist and everything, but lots of girlfriends, hanging out with them, and I did not sleep with any of them. Any of them. Okay? Because I know they think, well, we can't let that guy in our house because he's going to sleep with my wife. He's going to sleep with my kids. He's going to sleep with anything. Where is Lorna's? Can you print Lorna's comment again? Was that your comment, Fred? You can't sleep with your son. Just to be clear, Lewis, I wouldn't blame the son. Yes, that's what I want to know. You wrote, I would blame the son. I wouldn't blame the son. It sounds like he's been groomed. He knew better at that age. He has not been groomed. Men like to have sex. 40-year-old can, beautiful, with women. They want to have sex. 18-year-olds, a lot of 18-year-olds don't have as many options. And it's a nice, fun thing for somebody. I don't believe in being groomed. Everybody grooms something. I'm grooming you. Can you tell that I'm grooming you? That I'm trying to get you people to want to have sex with me? Do you know that? I'm grooming you. Everybody grooms other people. You're grooming me. You're writing really nice things to me. It's making me love you and want you, Lorna and Joe and Girl from Mars. So I feel like I'm being groomed. Girl from Mars says, yes, that's where my mind went. That you can't blame the son, but you got to blame her. I mean, she's 40. She should know better. But the fact is that we live in a very free sex world right now. And what harm is it going to be to him? If it was a girl who was 18 and you're just like, and yes, because she wasn't 18, but with young women, when you have sex with a girl who's young, they can fall in love quite deeply. Do you agree with that? I've had women throw themselves at me, says Ludd, when I was younger, and sometimes had no interest, but went along for the ride. Yes, you did. You got to take what you can get. You know what I mean? You can take what you can get. Ron Smith, well, either wanted to bang her or he didn't. What is grooming? Exactly right. Well, what is grooming? Grooming, I think it work. I know what they mean by it. They mean like being nice to somebody over a long period of time. But that's what people do. I'm being nice to you. You're being nice to me. Could you call it grooming? Am I using this? I'm using this as a form of grooming. That's why one of the reasons I'm here. It's interesting to me. Woody Allen, a bit creepy to be fair. Your adopted daughter, a wrongin'. Yes, 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 yes. That's wrong. That's really wrong. Really, really wrong. Really, really wrong. Really, really wrong. It's not incredible. It's not the ultimate wrong, but it's very wrong. So I loved Woody Allen. I go, no, 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 no. But I mean, people have said to me, how could you have sex with that girl? She was so much younger than you. So much younger than you. I shouldn't even be discussing this. I've shared a Discord link about the Salisbury poisoning. It was the UK column news. It says the Novichok story was bull. Okay, we'll have to look there. But Woody was with Mia Farrow and went with the adopted kid, who in my opinion was nowhere near as hot. I'm glad you're a girl who says that, Claire. Grooming as in seduction, or as in grooming. I mean, seduction is more like obvious. I'm going to buy you a drink. But grooming could be just being, every relationship has grooming. You could call it that. I feel violated, said Celaire. Celaire is number 3. Celaire is number 3, and Claire is number 2. I'm so selfish, come to think of it, says Lud. My sister's husband is 21 years older than her. A very happy couple. So he was 61 and she's 40. And she probably thought, you know what, when I met him, I was 20 and he was 40 and I liked him. And the other thing is we're in a wartime. This is a wartime and people are very hypersexualized, I think. I mean, I'm pretty much the same. Not really. But I think people, then they want to do that. So Lorna. But that's Lorna, that's somebody different. 21 years older. Yeah, every woman has her own allure. Yeah, they can. And they're women, and that's an allure in and of itself, is what I was saying for the last few days. I find it creepy that she knew him for 11 years and slept with him when he turned 18. But as a 20-year-old, I can say with confidence that he is young, not dumb. He knew what he was doing. Yeah, well, you should. Men are trained. Women are trained. And if you haven't trained them, that means bad parenting, but you probably did train them. As long as there is an attraction, it's like, that's an interesting question. This is a very interesting question. As long as there is an attraction, there is no coercion, is how I judge these things. Ron Smith. No coercion, as long as there's attraction. Yes, yes. And especially, I hate to say it, am I being a sexist by saying for boys, for boys it's different? You know what I mean? Boys just, they need to not be of, women don't disrespect men who have sex with a 40-year-old. But men might disrespect a woman because men are different. My comment was about the climate and COVID. Oh, okay. What did you say about the climate and COVID? I'd like to hear it. Can you put it up again? Like copy it and put it up again, so I don't have to look too hard for it. There's a lot of why are we talking about Novichok? I mean, I don't know. We should talk about that, but this I think is a bit more interesting right now. Maybe it's not. Maybe we could talk about Novichok. Hello, people. It's been a while. Rocket League. Hello, Lewis. You were here yesterday, so it hasn't really been a while. Yes. If you watch the video, okay, says Vatanai. Okay. My daughter is 25 and her boyfriend is 42. That's 17 years. That's 17 years. I mean, let people be with who they want to be with. I mean, age is a thing. Age is a thing, and she's young. I hope she has a kid. Will Smith's wife done it too. I don't think you should pumping your friends' bin lids. I agree with that, but the Will Smith situation is different. Isn't it different, Lud? Because maybe it isn't different. Maybe Will Smith said, I want you to have sex. But it's Will Smith is upset at his wife, maybe. Or maybe he doesn't care because he's gay. Maybe he's not gay. Maybe that's what we're presuming he's gay. Leo's YouTube is funny. I don't... Okay, I'll have to see it. I like Leo Curse. Okay, good comedian. Okay. Men need to get numbers under their belt to become better men. Experience maketh the man, says MC Scott. A lot of women would say that. A lot of women would say that. They want an experienced man. They want an experienced man. I remember the first time I had sex. It was horrible for her. I assume. She just, I don't know. I was 17, which could be illegal in New York. Basically. Woody Allen was a perv. Yeah, possibly. Or maybe he wasn't in love with what's her name? With Mia Farrow. She was proper. I mean, I actually met her once. Leo Curse has had something interesting to say. So what are next? Okay, let's write down see Leo's video. Should we watch that now? Will Smith's sons effed up. Yes, they're similar to, like Rob Reiner's kids, says Andrew Rubin. They're messed up. My daughter, Vatanai, speaking to Claire, was 24 and her boyfriend was 40. He could not control his drinking. She told him, it's me or the drinking. She left him. Yeah, that's what all women should do. Go for that. It's me or the drinking. And drinking is very scary. Both my grandfathers, I've been told, I did not see it myself, were alcoholics. And I know they say Jews don't drink, but they were both alcoholics, and it's really a bad thing. Don't you think it is? Yeah, no, Monta says you rather talk about family drama than international spy warfare. And they say men are all the same. I mean, only because I don't have an opinion on the Novichok thing. You've got to educate me a bit more. And it's about me having an opinion. I don't really have an opinion. You have to explain what's going on. I know that the Russians supposedly killed somebody out in Western Londonish area with Novichok, but why? I don't know anything about it. Grooming is just a meaningless term, Alan Williams says, for lawyers to play with now. Shamina Begum was groomed because someone suggested she join ISIS. Yeah, she seemed really happy when she was leaving the country. Do you remember those videos? She said, Steve Laws versus Andrew Gold seems to be on my X timeline recently. I think I was reading Andrew Gold got into a battle about something. I like him. I've met him. I mean, I don't really know him. He doesn't know me, but I like him. Also, a good video by Connor Tomlinson about the blank slate ideology that fuels mass immigration. Okay, blank slate. That's very interesting. What, the people, they can come to a country and they can be just like us? Or how about we're being forced to become like them? Screw those people, really. Men with experience, totally, says Claire. Older men are more interesting. They've got good conversations because they've done things. And the older men get, the hotter they are. Lewis Schaffer, older man. I don't know, but I mean, it's... Rod Greenhall says, geez, Jez Lewis, that was my best joke. What did you say? Did I miss your joke? I just saw you coming in here. Rod, I didn't see you there. Drink is worse than all the drugs put together, and it's perfectly legal. Yes, it's deadly. You can be on the H drug. I was just talking about this today about how Keith Richards was taking the H drug, but he was taking it for years and years, and he's alive. But alcohol, and I saw another thing on YouTube or something, is the people the actors that alcohol took in Britain. And there were a lot of them. A lot, a lot, a lot. Has anyone had severe weather warnings? Storm Gurette, power likely to go off. Novichok. What month is abstinence from chocolate? Novichok. Or Novichok. Yeah. Funny. I was yelled at for finding the jokes that you people are telling me funny. But I'm happy. I'm happy you're thinking in jokes. We need to think of jokes. I mean, Novo means new chocolate. Andrew Gold versus Katie Hopkins. She had a go at him on his podcast. Okay. At least we have more and more of people who are speaking up for us and fighting for us and maybe being slightly different, but they're still heading in our direction. So right on Andrew Gold. Rocket League. Right on Andrew Gold. People lean on booze. It may not be obvious at first, but I was shocked how many fellow teachers choose to drink to unwind. Too paid with their lives, yes. It's deadly. There's no right amount of alcohol. It's deadly. I'm lucky. I had 2 or 3 small drinks last night. I don't drink, but if I'm out and the person I'm with is drinking, I'll have a glass of wine. I'm a bad drunk because I'm more like loving. I'm not Ari, but I'm loving. My old man, Mr. Cuff, was just on the phone and mentioned another storm warning. Well, it is winter time, and I think they can be a bit. Remember, this is a big island too, so what happens down south in Hastings is not what's going to happen up in Lincoln or in Scotland. It's a big country. It's a big, big country. My effing power has been off 7 times lately, and nothing to do with the weather. That's another question. Connor Tomlinson goes through John Locke's English philosopher to understand leftist ideology. I'm going to have to write down. This is the second time. Connor Tomlinson. He doesn't sound like sounds like he's a boxer. That's what it sounds like. An Irish boxer. A man takes a drink, then the drink takes the man, says Lud. And then the drink takes the man. Yeah, who said that? That's brilliant. Or did you say that? I've heard half of that. I didn't hear the part, the drink takes the man. Alcohol is deadly. Let's all stop drinking. Let's stop drinking. Okay? Let's stop drinking. Or maybe start drinking when you're older, like me. I mean, there was a point I drank because I used to go to, when I first came to the country, I never bought anybody a drink because it's just too expensive. And then I just said, I got to participate in this thing. And then I started, when you buy people drinks, you got to stay till the end. You got to make sure that they buy you back the drinks. My power goes off now and then, nothing to do with the weather. I've purchased a backup battery, Daz. Okay. We had a math teacher like that. He'd go to the cupboard mid-lessons and swig from the bottle. Well, do you know why it's not unusual? Because so many people are big drinkers. And there are millions of teachers. And so some of them are going to be big drinkers. I had Mr. Hale in the 5th grade. He used to go to the bathroom to smoke cigarettes and to drink. And he was gay. And he was gay too. This was in 1964, and he went and he bought one of the first Mustangs. I think it was a red Mustang, 1964, and it was so beautiful. I haven't forgotten. So it's been over 60 years, at least. Does that 60? Yeah, 60 years, 61 years. Does anyone remember the 3-day week, power cuts in the 1970s, 10 minutes before the lights would flicker to get us ready for a blackout. Wow, that's scary. Well, because it was a communist government. Was it not a communist? Was it a communist government? I locked my English teacher in the room and I got expelled from school. Lilith, you're such a bad girl. You're a bad girl. I love that. You're a bad, bad, bad girl. Connor Tomlinson is often on GB News. Well, who's not on GB News? Lewis Schaffer. We used to get into trouble on purpose to get sent to the head office, then rob his whiskey if you timed it right. You knew he was not there and teaching a classroom if you mistimed. A classroom. So you sent to him if he wasn't there. And then you stole the liquor, Andrew Rubin. What a bad, bad, bad boy. Yeah, miners' strike. It was the miners' strike. It was the miners' strike. I mean, look what happened. And then, I mean, I wasn't there, so I don't know. But that's what happens when you've got state-owned businesses. Why should the state be paying for miners? What are we, Russia? We. You see, I said we. I don't mean we. What are you, Russia? Ron Smith. Anyone remember Michael Sheard played Headmister in Grange Hill? He was an actor. I don't know who that is. They were weird times, Carrie B, back in the day. They were very weird times. Lewis, I used to share a joint with my pottery teacher. She was great. Yeah, well, because they are, but teachers are, my mother was a teacher. Wasn't it? She used to teach Spanish. But teachers, I'm not saying this about my mother because she wasn't wild, but they could be wild. They could be wild. Are you against nationalization? 100% against nationalization. Again, never water down alcohol. They always know. They always know. What does that mean? What does that mean, Lilith? Connor Tomlinson, says Ron Smith, used to be on Saturday Night 5 on GB News, but got told he was a legal liability. Well, maybe that's what I've been told, too. Maybe I'm a legal liability. I think I probably am. I had a maths teacher who used to piss himself. You could see the wet patch growing as he stood at the blackboard. Oh, that's like so sad. That's like really sad. That's like so sad. That's like, Andrew, that is so sad. Rest in peace, Danny Kendall. I've never heard of this guy. Who is Danny Kendall, John Miller? Last January, we came close to an extended blackout. This was because we can't generate enough power without coal-fired stations. It will happen again, stupid net zero policies. Well, I'm against net zero policies. Am I in favor of coal power? You know what? The new plants now are so much cleaner. And if you use clean coal, it's so much cleaner. So, and we have coal. Let's use it. It's not killing anybody. I don't think. Or maybe it's not. I've missed your post. Where is your post, Lorne? I'm not ignoring you. I'm looking under the live chat. You've been blocked. I don't want Lorna to think that I do not love Lorna. I will read all of Lorna's post. My effing power has been off 7 times lately and nothing to do with the weather. Okay, well, what does it have to, is that the post that I missed? If I don't read your post, just say, hey, Lewis, you missed this. You missed this. You guys are such an important part of this show. This stream, whatever. Just send it to me again. Send it to me again. That's all you got to do is send it to me again. Send it to me. 33 people watching right now. We're doing great. Everybody, we've been on here an hour. Let's like the stream. Let's like the stream. I mean, we have 33 people watching. Okay? 33 people watching. Let's get 33 people liking the thing. Why not? Why not? Let's tell the people that we really enjoy watching this. Can we do that? Is that too much to ask? Like the stream. Also, go to Twitter. go to Discord, go to Ko-fi and send the stream, a whatchamacallit. Dan Chubb is here. Solar farms only are used to 10% max. Yeah, and they're destruction of the environment. And then they got to basically get rid of that stuff. Dan Chubb. Where are you from, Dan Chubb? Good, thank you for coming in. Are you new here? I don't recognize that name. I've been catching up on 1.75 times, and now it sounds you're speaking in slow motion. Maybe that's a good idea to put it on 1.75. That's maybe what it should be. Okay. That's the sexual liability at work. He's distracting everyone in the GB News studio. Why? Because he's good looking. Is that me, or is that the other guy, Connor Tomlinson? My nephew dated a girl whose granddad was played by Michael Caine in Educating Rita. He always had a bottle of whiskey on the go when he was teaching. Yeah, people, they thought drinking was great back then. I mean, it can be good fun, but it hurts us. Even one drink, like what is the right amount of alcohol? No amount. It's like even one drink. It's not like your body can process one with no harm, but it's less harm. It's less harm. Are you going to write down, Lorna, what I missed? Because I don't want you to think that I'm ignoring you, because I'm not. Dim the sun and push solar panels. Mental. Yes, that's what they're doing. That is in a nutshell. I'm going to read it again, what Girl from Mars says. They're dimming the sun because it's getting too hot, and push the solar panels at the exact same time. Yeah, pretty evil, I would say. Gnome Hunter says, a 10-minute snippet will literally give you all you need to know. We've been saying the same things all show long. What have we been saying? I mean, I know you want to talk about Novacek or whatever we want to do, but why? Andrew Rubin says, welcome Dan Chubb here. I'd love to pull the plug out on the solar farm. Or paint the glass. No, we don't. We don't want to be like what they did in Germany, where they cut down the electricity. It was so mean. But yeah, I'm with you. Solar panels are they're not an absolute waste. People should have them on their roofs, but not over a cornfield or in a grazing. I mean, not that I care about corn, but in a grazing patch or something like that. The 1986 film was based on my headmaster. John Cleese played him. Okay. That's really... Carrie has been around the world. We've got to meet for a drink, Carrie. Or maybe you can come on the show here. The Spanish blackout happened because of a defect in the solar system. The AC frequency dropped and triggered further shutdowns. They had no traditional generating backup to back up the grid. Yeah, I've heard that said, Vatanai. I've heard it. Blame it on that. You know, it will lead us to bankruptcy. The left. I remember going to my GP and they'd always be smoking and drinking scotch, Carrie B says. To me, yes. I mean, I don't remember them drinking, but I do. Doctors used to drink and they used to smoke, and 99% of all doctors think that Chesterfield is better. Something like that. Girl from Mars says there are 33. The miners' strike, Lorna, was in the 1980s. Well, I mean, who do we blame there? I guess we have to blame Margaret Thatcher. When did Margaret Thatcher take over? Yes, and she basically said, we're not going to be kept hostage to you. This is how I remember it. Solar panels in the fields ruins the grass through lack of photosynthesis. Exactly. They're in the shade. It's in the shade. Oh, so you're not building a building there, but you're taking over a field. Are the royal family lizards? No, I don't think that they're lizards. But I think that they've bought into globalism. They don't care about you. They care about globalist ideas. Did you want to see the Leo thing? I have a plate of carbs big enough to make Lewis weep this evening. You don't do it. Don't do it. I've been there. I had a baguette yesterday. It was unnecessary. And it was unnecessary. I had about 160 grams of carbs. I want to be keto, which is about 40, maybe. So don't go there. Chemtrails and solar panels, says Lilith. Yes, ridiculous. Chemtrails and solar panels. We need as much sun as we can get in this northern climate. If solar farms and wind turbines are so good, why don't they put solar panels on wind turbines and save space? Maybe I should copyright that idea. Actually, it's an interesting idea, but maybe, the wind things, maybe it'll block the wind. It's a good idea. It's not a good idea. Wait until the data centers kick off, as the power they'll consume is immeasurable. Exactly. And we need data centers. Actually, I mean, we have the ocean. We could put the data centers underground or next to the ocean to keep it cool, to keep the thing cool. I had a teacher in primary school who smoked a pipe in the classroom. Yeah, well, smoking was legal everywhere. You're young. Well, I'm old. I remember everybody was, even though my teacher wasn't allowed to smoke, so you had to go into the bathroom to smoke. Which one have you sent? How come I can read what you're saying here, but I haven't seen it? Lorna says, no, I've sent it twice. I mean, I read it. Didn't I read it? Can somebody make a copy? I mean, are you mad at me? I don't want you to be mad at me. Do not be mad at me, because I'm not doing it deliberately. If you want to believe that I am and you're like mad at me or something, I mean, that's not right. I think we all have blue blood, right? I mean, that very same headmaster once shouted across the concourse, George O'Dowd, you be nothing. You be nothing, see nothing, and do nothing. He was shouting at my school friend Boy George. That's right. You be nothing. You see nothing, and you do nothing. What does that mean? What does that mean? Boy George, of course. Boy George. All these Marxist EU governments do not want us to have an easy life. No, they don't. They want us dead, basically. They are wearing us down. No cheap energy, no good food, and jab us with poison. No cars. They can go F themselves, Vatanai. Well, I'm with you 100%. They're Marxist EU governments. And they don't want us to, not even to have an easy life. They don't want us to live because I mean, I don't even consider myself white. Look at how dark I am. I used to be much darker. I'm losing my color, but I used to be whatever. Hitler killed us because we weren't white. Wind turbines and solar panels are funding the elites. Wake up, people. Are funding the elites. Yes, they are. They're paying off people. I mean, that's what happens. That's how governments get run, even in the good governments. And I realize we've moved on, but my hot take, 2 pennies worth, this is what Kermit says, who's a friend of Lewis Schaffer's, pennies worth, is that it is weirder for older women to go with younger men than the other way around. Biologically, it's still viable for older men. Okay, I don't take offense at that, but somebody might. Father smoked a pipe, made holiday in the car. Hell yeah, back in the day there was pipes. My father used to smoke a pipe too. People did. It was a kind of a cool thing, a nice wooden pipe. My first flight on an airplane to New York, I smoked all the way. Yeah, and then they had to stop that. And then they stopped the smoking. Smoking is not good for you. I'll go out on a limb and I'll say that. I know I'm going to lose a lot of people for saying that it's related to cancer. Please don't hate me. I just Googled it. It seems not true. I thought it was blue until oxygenated. Isn't? Yeah, it's blue until... No, it's not blue. Half the body is blue, and then it drops off. It drops off the oxygen, and then it goes back again. It's got to go like that. It goes in a circle. Blood, when it's oxygenated, is red. That's why you bleed. You bleed, but even the blood has some oxygen in it, I guess. I've smoked on airplanes too, says MC Scott. Good. We've missed, I'll tell you who we're missing here, who I am missing. Joodles, who's mad at me. I think she's mad at me. I think she's angry at me. Okay? And Lucy. And Lucy. I'm not going to... I miss Lucy. He said to George, you will be nothing. You will see nothing, and you will do nothing. The irony of that comment to boy George. Put your glasses on. Did you say that really, Carrie B? Did you say that? Yeah, everybody has a story like that where you're told you're not going to be anything. Because a lot of the old teachers, they thought this is what they needed to speak to their students to get them motivated. You were as white as one can get, Lewis. Stop BSing. And no, Nazis did not kill you because you are non-white. They killed us because we were the other. We were Jews, and they didn't think we were black. They weren't racist that way, but they thought we were a different race of people. Okay? We were not. When I was growing up in America, we were the dark people. Okay? We were different than other people. So that's the answer to that question. Okay? We have windmills, which we pay for. We cannot feed the power into the grid because the transmission lines have not been built. But because the deal the government did, we still have to pay for. And still have to pay for it. Yeah, probably. The government. Joodles could be busy, says Andrew Rubin. Okay. I remember smoking at the back of an airplane. Weird. I wouldn't want to do it now, even though I still do smoke. The ashtray was barely big enough to flick your ash in. Yeah, and it caused the plane to catch fire, and boom, next thing you know, they're dead. The wind turbines cost $8 million to turn off each year when the wind blows. What does that mean? Is that they turn them off when the wind blows? I did not know that. Also, good YouTube discussion on academic agent on right-wing media confrontations. Okay, we could look at that. Academic agent. Is that another thing that I should look at? I've been bad. There's too much information being presented here. Academic agent. Academic agent. Lewis. Love cars from the late 90s. Okay, we don't need to go all over. We're almost done with our show. Lewis. My father smoked a pipe, wore leather patches on his corduroy jackets. He looked like a cross between Elvis Costello and Buddy Holly and Gregory Peck. It's a good look. I love Elvis Costello. So there you go. A round of applause for just mentioning Elvis Costello. And Carrie B. Yeah. Can I smoke in your car? Lilith asks. You don't want people smoking in a person's car because it just stinks up. I remember how the world used to smell with smoking. Somebody smoked and the place was like just destroyed. I know you didn't say that. The headmaster said that, but I'm saying that there were plenty of teachers and headmasters and people of respect who were constantly saying you'll never amount to anything, and then they amounted to something. Okay? I smoke in bed. My neighbor smoked in bed, and the police had to be called. Fire department had to be called. Don't smoke in bed. He was a major, major alcoholic, and he smoked in bed. I should have been clearer. The contentious being are Jews a different race, and are Jews white? First of all, I barely believe in race. Barely. Okay? But were we perceived to be a different race? Yes. Are Jews white? Today we're white. Back in the day, we were lumped with black people. That's why all those Jews in America are all leftists, because they were lumped with black people and Spanish people. Now they look at Jews. They say, you're. When I was growing up, people like, oh, sure, I didn't show you. going to show you the stuff that I found on the street today. Look what I found. Yesterday. I found this yesterday. Look at that t-shirt. How great is that? It says Minnesota t-shirt. I washed it. It's clean. I'm going to wear it tomorrow. And then maybe I'll sell it. I'll see if I can sell it. And I'll tell you what else I found. I found a jumper. Look at the jumper. Can you see the jumper? And it says friends, not followers. I think this is cotton. I'm going to put this up up on my Vinted page. Everybody go to my vintage page. Everybody go to my... Jews are not a race. It's a religion, isn't it? It's both of those things. Hitler thought we were a race. Lots of people think we're a race. I mean, they don't want to say we're a race because otherwise they'd come across as being racist for attacking us. Okay. All right. Hey, everybody. Let me, we're so involved in this thing. We're so involved. How many? Oh my God, we've got 33. We've done so well. This show has been amazing. I'm still waiting for Lorna to write what she thinks I missed. Okay. We've been really strong today. We've been going up the entire show. We're now at 34, 32, 33. We're doing amazing. We're doing amazing. Okay? I mean, the highest number we had was 34 just now. Just right now. So, I mean, Jews of the UK are not a demographic threat. The population has been the same for centuries. No, we're not a democratic, and we're not trying to take over your country, basically. We're not. You're an American Jew. I am not Jewish. I'm not a Jewish American, surely. I am both of those things, Andrew. I'm both of those things. Personally, I feel more of a Jew than an American, but sometimes I feel more of an American than a Jew. The last time my granddad fell asleep with a cigarette in his hand in bed was the day he gave up smoking. I realized the danger. I realized the danger to others, and it made him give up entirely, yes. Straight from a Minnesota Somalian. Well, Minnesota, when you said you were from Minnesota, it meant you were really boring and hardworking and great because it was an extremely white bread place. Now it's got all those Somalians who are 70% on welfare, or as we would say, benefits. I do consider them a different race, yes, and most Jewish communities today are white, I think. Obvious to say I'm not a Jew, so this is an outsider's perspective. Yeah, well, yeah. It's kind of similar to being a Greek person when Greek people first moved to this country 70, 80 years ago, and there wasn't any Greek people living here. Everybody was white, and if you were slightly darker, it was really obvious. It was obvious. I often see Costello around as he visits Jewel Studio, Halcyon Studios, in Westcombe Park, in Blackheath. There you go. Really nice. Really, really nice. Thank you very much for telling us that. Carrie B. What does it mean to be white? It's perception. Am I white? Yes, I'm white. I would be considered white nowadays. Did I grow up thinking I was white? No. I didn't think it. I thought we were different. We grew up in a town called Great Neck, where they're all Jews. The white people lived across the bay in Manhasset. Okay? Or Port Washington. We were all, I know a Greek woman. She is crazy, says Lilith. Okay. Greek Cypriots, you mean, Lewis? Even, Greek people. When Greek Cypriots moved, are Turks white? They probably, some of them are consider themselves white, but when Turks first moved, they were so obviously different than, I'm talking about 70, 80 years ago, than the English people. Okay. My horse is black. He identifies as white, says Lilith. Okay. I am English, born of Jews. I would say, it's like, what does it mean to be English? Yes, yes, I agree with that, possibly. Bye-bye. Everybody, do not say goodbye. Please do not say goodbye. Did you want to see want to end on seeing Leo's video? Let's see what Leo says. Okay. Starting soon. Window capture. Ready? Let's see. Let's find Leo's video. Leo curse. Which one of these things? Lefty celeb. They do want him here. Extremists hates Britain, but lefty celebs love him. Grooming gangs, Islamophobia. Oh my God, he's done so well. 178,000 views. He's just amazing. He's like really amazing. I mean, I wish I could be like him, but it takes hard work and smart, and he's hardworking and small. Which video should I look at? Yeah, Noam, you say that. Were you born in this country? I don't know. I would say it's a question of what team you're fighting on. Do I consider black people in this country English? Now I do. Some of them I do. If they're fighting for England, they're English. Okay? As Billy Connolly once said, my natural color is a pale kind of blue, says Kermit. Okay. Turks are not white. All Turks with white complexions are really descendants of European slaves from Ottoman era. They are all there is only one ethnicity from Cyprus. The rest are invaders. We're not going to go there. We're not going to talk about that. Okay. So which one could somebody explain what Leo's video that we should watch? We have two minutes to go before we leave. 2 minutes to go. You guys have been good. We're talking about Jews. Really, it upsets me. It upsets me. There was 0 black people on this planet that are English. 0. I know you can believe that. But what about people who look English and you do the DNA and you find out that their descendants were Norwegian or from Spain or from Germany? You know what I mean? What does it mean to be English? What does it mean? What about the people who aren't from the Angles? They're Jutes or Cornish, or Normans or Welsh or Celtic. What does it mean? Are you going to tell me which one it is? We don't have to do it. We can end the show. We've already done it. We end the stream. We've done it. This has been one of the best streams that we've had. I love you people. You want me to say a prayer? I'll say a prayer. Let me thank everybody here. In the future, please, if you're leaving the stream for whatever reason, you just can go and don't worry about it and come back. You can come back and say, hey, it's good to see you again. It's always good saying goodbye. You don't need to say goodbye. Don't say goodbye. Never can say goodbye. Remember that song? Da 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 na 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 na. Da, 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 da. Anyway, thank you, Rod Greenhall at 26. Girl from Mars. Fantastic story that you told us. It's really interesting. I think the consensus is, I would say she did a bad thing, but it's not. Is it the worst thing for her to have sex with your son? I would say if it was a guy, I would say maybe it's the worst thing, but it's not the worst thing. Girl from Mars, good to see you. Julian is here. Dan Chubb is here. Could you come back, Dan Chubb, and tell us where you're from? Are you a boy? Are you a girl? Are you fat? How much do you weigh? What do you eat? Something like that. 23. Hugh Janice. Look at you. Beautiful, beautiful Hugh Janice is here, or was here. Warmelian at number 21. Lud 20. Lud, get a picture of yourself up there. Let's everybody get pictures of ourselves, just the face. Not our bodies, just the face. Joe, look at Joe's beautiful picture, because Joe's beautiful. And she's not embarrassed to show her face. Okay. Okay. Paul Yoward says hello, even though he says he couldn't be here because he's out tonight. But he says for me to say hello to the people here. Rocket League, 18, Maltese Phil, John Miller, and Ruben, John, Andrew Rubin, Lilith, Ron Smith, Vatanai, Hi-Ho Kermit, Celair at Audex, which means fast and brave. Great name. Andrew Rubin, I guess you got two accounts there. Carrie B, over there in Greenwich. We got to come and visit Carrie B. Alan Williams, Lorna Hutchinson, not here now, but we say thank you to Lorna. Now the top 5 of the show, MC Scott, number 5. Daz came in and was a real participant today. A real participant at number 4. Mr. Steve Cuff at number 3. And Claire, who had to leave early, but she's came in at number 2. But number 1, again today, weren't you number 1 just the other day? Gnome Hunter. So thank you very much, everybody. Big round of applause for Gnome Hunter for being the number 1 participant. Can we do this? I'm going to put the stream on basically see it tonight. I guess we're going to do it 10:30. You're going to be there at 10:30. I'll see you at 10:30. We're going to resume the 10:30 show, I guess. We'll have to, right? We'll resume the 10:30 show. Everybody, follow me at Twitter, Lewis Schaffer at Twitter. Maybe help the stream grow. We don't have 150, 200,000 people watching us like Leo Kurst does. And he deserves it. I'm not jealous. I'm envious a little bit because he's hardworking and funny. But he deserves it. I'm not filled with anger because he's hardworking and funny. Leo Kurst, number 1. Number 2, go to Ko-fi, ko-fi.com/Lewis Schaffer. Let's do that. Let's go to Patreon or PayPal. Make sure you're in Discord. Are you guys in Discord? If I haven't mentioned your name, Alan Williams, I'm mentioning it here. Lilith, thank you. There Lilith, Ron Smith. If I miss any of your names, okay, just say, hey, what about me? What am I? Chopped liver. And the answer to that question is no, you're not. No, and I will mention your name, Carrie B. Thank you very much. I mean, I'll mention it as much. I mention it all the time. Really good. I think this has been one of our better shows. What did we discuss? We discussed 18 boy, 40 woman, hookup, child of girl from Mars. Interesting story, girl from Mars. Okay. I will see you tomorrow, everybody. Thank you. If I've missed anybody, remember, just go to the bottom and say, I didn't hear my name. Leo says a lot of controversial stuff, Lewis. You're too kind to be famous. I've been told I want people dead. I don't want anybody saying bad things about me or the Jews or British people, but, we've got to be nice. Okay. Okay, thank you, Janice. Very funny. Leo is great. He says controversial stuff. I would say controversial stuff too if I was being funny. He doesn't say controversial stuff. If you're saying something funny, it can't be controversial. If they're laughing while you're saying it, it can't be controversial. We will see you tonight at 10:30. Everybody.